Josie Pont, female change maker extraordinaire. Thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you so much for inviting me to be here with you.
All right, so have you been to the Barcelona International Community Day before?
Yes, several times. I think that's my 5th year, and every single year I have the pleasure to be invited to give a workshop for women.
A workshop for women. So today I saw you out there with like 50 different women doing speed networking or something. What were you doing?
Actually, there were more than 100 women.
Holy moly, okay.
And well, that this is something for women to get connected to other women. So the idea is that they meet as many women as possible. What I ask them to do is like a speed networking. So they prepare their LinkedIn and the code, and they introduce themselves in a kind of 30 seconds speech, which I prepare. I give the content prior to beginning.
All right, so today I heard you say that you needed to give like 3 or 4 key pieces of advice when you're trying to meet people. What was the advice that you gave them?
Well, I told them the components of a pitch, an elevator pitch. So I said that there has to be the who are you, and who are your clients, or the people you want for your services, and the what are you offering, what your services are, and what are the benefits. And also, and very important sometimes, is the why. And I also said that it's very, very important to begin like your speech with some kind of question or some kind of, let's say, an introduction that raises their curiosity, and finish with like call for action.
Okay, so you've been here for how many years? What is your interaction with the international community?
Well, I've been here all my life because I was born here, but because of my living in different countries, and mainly England and then the States, I went to the States following my wealth in the academia, and I went there to work for the San Diego State University, the Native American department, and I wanted to do my research on how Native American women reconstructed their identity through literature and mythology. And after some years, I had to come back, and that is when I began my kind of need to be connected with the broad community. And I was then I came into a wonderful place called the American Society of Barcelona. And not only did I make many friends, but I was also made the cultural director. And from that moment onwards, I did my very, very best to kind of connect the American community, so to speak, with the Catalan community, so they could learn a little bit more about each other, and not the stereotypes that people can find when you don't know in depth a culture. So that's what I did on several occasions and different institutions.
Okay.
From that moment onwards, I've been always connected with the, let's say, with all kind of institutions from different places. And since my first love and my first passion is education, and my second is women empowerment, what I've been doing since I came back is devoting a lot of my time, and now totally all my time, to women. So that's why I belong to different associations: Barcelona Women's Network, Professional Women's Network, also business, Metropolitan Business Network, and I also have different hats in another community, which is Professional Speakers Association of Spain. So as you can see, all my life nowadays, although in Catalan, is kind of inside all these kind of different peoples and communities.
All right, so what is, today we're celebrating companies that are catering to the international community in Barcelona. What organizations would you recommend people, if they move here, if they want to get involved with the international community, which ones would you recommend that they join?
Well, as you know, the international community is not only English. The international community is French, is Italian, is Dutch, is German. So it depends very much on what community you want to belong to. Obviously, my background is much more immersed in the English-speaking community. Therefore, again, it depends on what your interests are. So I'm going to recommend the different associations and communities I belong to.
Such as?
Such as I said, Metropolitan is one of the places that is for me very, very important, because not only do they cater for the English people in the Metropolitan, you can find many different things, and you can find a job, you can find where to go, you can find interesting articles. But not only that, I mean, I would recommend also for women, professionals, if they want to be kind of linking with other professionals, Professional Women's Network, Barcelona Women's Network, not only for professionals, but those who want to make friends. And as I said, also my association, which I run as well, together with other very important people, which is the Professional Speakers Association, for those who either want to speak professionally or they know or they want to speak professionally.
Okay, so Josie Pont, you're a female change maker. Is that correct? Do I have the name of your company correct there?
Yes. Yes, I try to be. Whether I am or not depends on opinions.
Who would be your ideal client as a female change maker? Very young people, or are you getting people more in a critical point in their career?
Well, actually, I understand that women are the agents of change our society needs. And although I focus on professional women, and my services are more to cater for professional women, leaders or entrepreneurs, who not only do they want to be good at what they are doing as leaders, but they always want to make a difference in the world. I think that is very much in the women's nature, not only to have a company and to make money, but always to think about what else is behind, how I can contribute to making the society a bit better. But in my DNA, I always believe that you don't have to be a CEO, a politician, or anybody with such high status. You can be a housewife, and much more if you are in the education field. I think that mothers and educators are the ones who are kind of structuring the values and the thoughts of what other people are going to think in the future. So it is in our hands. And let me say to you that since my background also is in neuroscience and many other things, I believe that as everybody is constructed, this construction comes from the cradle. So when we talk about change makers, and we have to think about who is mainly with kids or adolescents, and the majority of, let's say, the people who take care are even mothers, although we have more and more shared custody, we are mothers. And if you think about the world of the academia or the world of education, you have primary school and secondary school is mainly led by women. So they have a lot to do here.
And so you've been here for a long time. What do you think makes Barcelona a great city for the international community?
Okay, I'll say...
So you've had a chance to live in London, you've been in San Diego, you've been in different parts of the U.S., you've traveled the world in many areas.
Yes.
So what do you think makes Barcelona great?
Okay, the thing that makes Barcelona great is only one thing. Everybody who comes here wants to stay. That's the first thing. When I ask people, why do you want to stay here? And they say, there is not a better place. But personally speaking, I think that Barcelona is welcoming, and the town hall is making an effort to welcome the talent from wherever, and Barcelona Global, for instance. So they're making a big effort to welcome all the talent, female and male. And when people come here, many of whom still have their own salaries because they are workers in a multinational, not only do they have quite a lot of money, so per se, but at the same time, they love the weather, and they love the food, and they love, as everybody knows.
What I like is that Barcelona they're doing a big push to help women empowerment and women foment entrepreneurship. And I love this about the city. And okay, here's another question, very important.
What?
What restaurant do you eat at the most in Barcelona?
Oh, come on. Okay, eating at a given restaurant implies how much money you have to spend.
Well, which one do you go to?
I go to Quinceañeras, and there are several that belong to the same chain. And as I am always eating outside, I usually try to get a place where there is a menu for a fixed price, and it's good quality and good service.
Okay, so Quinceañeras in Plaza Real.
Okay, Quinceañeras and La Flauta, and there are many that come to mind, but I was not prepared for that.
All righty, well, thank you for being with us here. If you have anything else that you want to say, what would you say to recommend people to the International Community Day?
Well, for the people who come every year, please don't stop coming. You always have not only wonderful workshops, every single year you have lots of people who you can meet. So that's the first thing I would recommend. And the second thing I would recommend is, or I would like to say, is that I am very proud that in our city and in our town hall, they give a lot of push and they make a lot of effort to help women. So some people have said inside to me, said, "Oh my God, this city is feminist," you know. And I said, "Why do you say that?" I said, "Because all the work that you do, I mean the city, not me, obviously, and all the effort that is put into the feminine kind of talent is not to be compared." So I was like delighted to listen to this comment.
Oh yeah, they say it's feminist. Is that a bad connotation or positive? I say it's a positive connotation.
It depends very much on who analyzes this. I think that we are suffering a huge backlash on the feminist world. It's because there are many forces who are not interested in women acquiring, the portion of the cake that we need to have.
Okay. Well, I think that's what we need to hear. And thank you so much for being with us here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Mwah.